What if I told you that the biggest obstacle standing between you and the life you want isn't your boss, your bank account, or even your circumstances? It's you. That's right. The way you think, the words you speak, and how you handle your money are the three things silently sabotaging your success every single day. And if you don't take control of them right now, you'll wake up 5 years from now wondering why nothing has changed. But here's the good news: you hold the power to change it all, starting today. Let's talk about your mind first. Your brain is either your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. Every time you say, I can't, it's too hard, or I'll never succeed, you're programming yourself for failure. Thoughts become actions, and actions become reality. If you keep feeding your mind doubt, fear, and excuses, guess what? That's exactly what your life will reflect. But if you take control, if you decide to focus on growth, on solutions, on relentless belief in yourself, your entire world will shift. The moment you stop letting your mind run wild and start directing it with purpose, that's when everything changes. Now, your mouth. Words are not just sounds. They're spells you cast on your future. Complaining, gossiping, and speaking negativity into existence doesn't just push people away. It keeps you stuck in mediocrity. Successful people don't waste time whining about what's wrong. They speak vision, they speak action, they speak truth into their lives. When you start choosing your words carefully, when you say, I will, instead of I wish, I am capable, instead of I'm not good enough, you command respect, opportunities, and momentum. Your words shape your reality. So tell me, what are you speaking into yours? And then there's money. Most people treat money like it's some mysterious force they have no control over. But that's a lie. Money is a direct reflection of your discipline, your decisions, and your self-worth. If you're reckless with it, you're telling the universe you don't deserve more. If you save it, invest it, and respect it, you open the door to abundance. Stop blaming the economy. Stop waiting for a miracle pate. Heck, start taking responsibility. Budget like your future depends on it, because it does. Every dollar you waste today is a dream you delay tomorrow. This is your wake-up call. Control your mind. Stop the self-sabotage. Control your mouth. Speak only what you want to manifest. Control your money, respect it, grow it, and let it work for you. Do these three things consistently, and I promise you, success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Key point 1. Your mind dictates your reality. Stop feeding it doubt and start programming it for success. Here's a hard truth. Your brain doesn't care what's true. It only believes what you repeat to it. And right now, you're probably feeding it a steady diet of fear, hesitation, and self-doubt without even realizing it. Every time you think I'm not ready, what if I fail, I don't deserve this, you're not just hesitating, you're wiring your brain to expect defeat. That's why you stay stuck. That's why opportunities slip away. That's why, deep down, you feel like you're capable of more but can't seem to break through. But here's the game changer: your mind is programmable. Just like a computer, it runs on the code you input. Right now, most people are running on buggy, outdated software, full of limiting beliefs and excuses. But what if you rewired it? What if, instead of defaulting to I can't, you trained yourself to think how can I? The difference isn't just semantics, it's neuroscience. Every time you challenge a negative thought, every time you replace doubt with determination, you're strengthening the mental muscles that build confidence, creativity, and resilience. Think about it, the most successful people aren't lucky. They're disciplined. They don't wait to feel ready. They decide to be ready. They don't let fear write their story. They write it themselves, and you can do the same. Start small. Catch yourself every time you spiral into negativity and flip the script. Instead of this is impossible, say what's the first step? Instead of I'm not good enough, asterisk say asterisk, I'm growing, asterisk do this consistently, and something incredible happens. Your brain starts working asterisk for asterisk you, not against you. This is the foundation of everything. Control your mind, and you control your future. The question is, what will you program it to believe? You're casting spells every single day, not with a wand, but with your words. The things you say out loud, the conversations you have, even the silent dialogues in your head, they're all shaping your reality. And right now, you might be unknowingly cursing your own future. Think about it. How often do you say things like, I'm so broke? Nothing ever works out for me. Or I'll never get ahead. You think you're just venting, but you're actually programming your subconscious to accept defeat. Your brain doesn't filter out what's just a joke or how you really feel. It takes everything at face value and works overtime to make it true. This isn't some mystical concept, it's psychology. The more you verbalize negativity, the more you reinforce neural pathways that keep you stuck in the same old patterns. Complaining about your job, you're training yourself to see only the flaws. Gossiping about others, you're conditioning your mind to focus on pettiness instead of progress. Even harmless phrases like I'm terrible with money or I'm always stressed become self-fulfilling prophecies. Your words don't just describe your life, they design it. So here's the fix. Become ruthless about your language. Start speaking as if you're already the person you want to be. Instead of I can't afford this, say I'm prioritizing my financial goals. Swap this always happens to me with I'm learning and growing through this. The shift isn't about lying to yourself, it's about directing your focus towards solutions, not problems. When you change your words, you change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, opportunities you never noticed before suddenly appear. The most successful people don't just think differently, they speak differently. They use words that command respect, attract opportunity, and build momentum. So ask yourself, is your current vocabulary pulling you forward or holding you back? The power to rewrite your story starts with the very next sentence you speak. Choose it wisely. Let me ask you something brutally honest. When was the last time complaining actually solved your problems? You vent to friends, you groan about your boss, you rant about how unfair life is. And then what? Nothing changes. In fact, something dangerous happens. You actually dig yourself deeper into the hole you're trying to climb out of. Every complaint carves a deeper neural pathway in your brain, training you to spot more things to complain about. It's a vicious cycle where the more you do it, the more reasons you find to keep doing it. You become a magnet for frustration, blind to solutions and opportunities staring you right in the face. Here's the psychological truth nobody tells you. Complaining is mental surrender. When you vocalize problems without pairing them with action, you're telling your brain the situation is out of your control, and guess what? Your brain believes you. It starts shutting down creative problem solving and ramps up stress hormones instead. That's why chronic complainers always feel exhausted. They're literally poisoning their own mindset. But here's the game, changing flip side. When you replace complaints with focused vision, something miraculous happens. Your brain starts scanning for solutions instead of obstacles, energy shifts, doors open. The solution isn't to ignore problems, it's to attack them differently. Next time you catch yourself complaining, pause and ask, what's one action I can take right now to improve this? No more my job sucks to try, what skill could I learn to make myself indispensable? Swap I never have enough time with where can I reclaim 30 minutes today for my priorities? This isn't positive thinking, it's strategic thinking. You're rewiring your brain from victim mode to architect mode. People who change their lives don't have fewer problems. They have better mental habits. They use frustration as fuel for action rather than an excuse for stagnation. Your words and thoughts are the steering wheel of your life. Are you driving towards solutions or circling the drain of complaints? The quality of your future depends on which habit wins. Choose wisely. Let's cut through the fantasy right now. You're not broke because of the economy, your boss, or bad luck. You're broke because of the decisions you make every single day, that Starbucks habit, the impulse buys, the "I'll figure it out later" attitude toward savings. They're all quietly sabotaging your future. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your bank account isn't just a number. It's a mirror reflecting yourself, discipline, your priorities, and whether you truly believe you deserve abundance. And right now, that reflection might be showing you some hard truths about where you're cutting corners in your own life. The tension builds when you realize money isn't about math, it's about mindset. Every time you say, "I'm bad with money," you're giving yourself permission to stay that way. Every time you spend before you save, you're telling the universe you don't value your future. This isn't about deprivation, it's about power. The moment you start treating every dollar like a seed that could grow into something greater, everything changes. Because here's what wealthy people understand that others don't. Money flows toward those who respect it. The solution is simpler than you think, but requires brutal honesty. Start tracking every dollar for 30 days. No excuses. When you see where your money actually goes, not where you think it goes, it'll shock you into change. Then implement the 24-hour rule for any non-essential purchase over 50. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building the muscle of financial self-respect, the payoff, freedom. Not just financial freedom, but the freedom from that constant, low-grade stress about money that drains your mental energy. The freedom to walk away from toxic situations because you've built options. The freedom to invest in yourself and your dreams. Money is simply energy. Are you wasting yours or investing it wisely? The choice you make today will echo in your life a decade from now. What will that echo say about you? Here's the raw truth that might sting a little. Your current life is the exact sum total of every decision you've made up to this moment. Not your potential, not your dreams, not what you could do, but what you've actually chosen to do day after day. That promotion you didn't get, the business you haven't started, the relationships that fizzled out, they're not accidents of fate. They're the direct results of how you've managed your mind, your mouth, and your money. The terrifying and liberating reality is this: success isn't something that happens to you. It's something you choose, one deliberate action at a time. The tension comes when we realize how often we've played the victim to our own choices. We blame circumstances while ignoring how our negative self-talk sabotaged our confidence. We complain about opportunities while our careless words push people away. We stress about money while continuing the same reckless spending habits. This isn't just self-sabotage. It's a refusal to take radical responsibility for the life we're creating. But here's where the power shifts. The moment you realize these three areas are completely within your control is the moment everything changes. The solution is both simple and profound. Start auditing your daily choices through these three filters. Before speaking, ask, are these words building my future or keeping me stuck? Before spending, ask, does this move me toward freedom or further into bondage? And most importantly, monitor your thoughts like a hawk, because they become actions that become your reality. This isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. Every time you consciously redirect your mind, your words, or your money toward your goals, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. The payoff, a life by design, not by default. Imagine waking up knowing you're in complete command of your mindset, your relationships, and your financial security. That's not luck. That's the inevitable result of mastering these three fundamentals. The question isn't whether you're capable. It's whether you're willing to do what successful people do when no one's watching. Your future self is watching these choices right now. What will they say about the decisions you're making today? Let's get brutally honest. This isn't just another motivational speech you'll forget by tomorrow. This is your wake-up call. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to the same old excuses, the same struggles, the same life you've been tolerating. The other, a life of unstoppable momentum, where your mind works for you, your words build you, and your money multiplies for you. The choice isn't coming someday, it's staring you in the face right now. So here's your challenge. Starting today, I want you to attack these 3 areas like your future depends on it. Because it does. Catch every negative thought and flip it. Delete complaining from your vocabulary. Track every dollar like it's the seed of your freedom. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being powerful. And if you're ready to stop pretending and start proving what you're capable of, I need you to do 3 things. Comment, I control my future, below, because words manifest reality, and this is your first declaration of war on mediocrity. Share this with one person who needs this fire lit under them. Real leaders pull others up with them. Act within the next 24 hours, not someday, not when things calm down. Tomorrow is a lie. The time is now. The world doesn't reward good intentions. It rewards action. So tell me, are you a spectator of your life or the unstoppable force rewriting it? Your move.